If you're new to La Paz, Bolivia, grocery shopping can seem a little confusing or a little bit off from what you're used to. This is because there isn't one place to do all of your grocery shopping. We've done two grocery hauls, one from the supermarket and one from the local mercado. And after talking to locals and, of course, figuring it out yourself bit by bit, we quickly learned that there are actually two places that most people go shopping for their groceries. One is the grocery store, where you'll find very practical items and packaged items. Things like soda pop, coffee, toilet paper, cleaning supplies, dish soap, some shelf stable items such as pasta sauce or shelf stable milk or shelf stable juice, things like that. And the mercado is the place where you go to get all the things that are fresh. The fresh cheese, the meat, the produce, especially the produce, eggs, herbs, things you can think of as being freshly picked or freshly produced. So let me show you what to buy where, what things cost in each place, and how this can help you eat better and spend less. So there are some advantages and disadvantages to shopping at the supermarket. Well, shopping in general. At the supermarket, we have the opportunity to put things on a credit card, so we don't always have to be working in cash. And the things you buy at the grocery store are basically the non-perishable and packaged items. Our local supermarket is only 2 blocks away, and that makes it very convenient. But likewise, our little local mercado is only about a half a block away in the other direction. So that's a wash. And I have to tell you something, the supermarket that's close to our house really makes me nuts. There are so many items that are not priced, and there's no price in front of the item. The item itself is not priced. And since I'm kind of a person who keeps track of our grocery bill, I like to know what something costs before I get to the counter. So my options are either pick something that is priced, or don't buy that item, or pick it up and hope for the best. We quickly figured out that the supermarket is where we go for the shelf stable, essential, or maybe even splurgy items, things like prepackaged snacks, which we don't buy a lot of, but once in a while. Soda pop, coffee, tea, although you can find some good tea in the mercados as well. So now I'm going to show you a little sample of our grocery haul, including prices, because I always find it really interesting to see what things cost and what the items look like in other countries. And if you're doing some sort of budgeting or future planning, this will give you a little bit of an idea of what is available at the supermarket and the prices. We just love shopping at the mercado. All the produce and meat and cheese and all the goods are laid out, and it's a complete joy or some sort of like artistic experience to go and see this. It's a lot of fun. Here at our mercado, close to where we're living in La Paz, very, very few things are marked with pricing, either. And, again, that's not my favorite. I like to walk up and know what the price is. So it's not dependent on what the vendor feels like charging me at that moment. But if you develop a relationship with very specific vendors and you go back to them, it's been our experience that they treat you well, and they may throw a little extra produce in, or they may say, the price is on discount today, and so you can work with it. Okay, so now I'll share with you our little grocery haul from the Mercado, including pricing and weight where I'm able to, and you'll get a little glimpse of what's available and what we bought, I guess. Once you understand that your shopping experience isn't going to be a one and done, it's actually kind of a two-part process. You have the grocery store part and you have the mercado part. Then it kind of starts to make a little more sense, and you just embrace it. It works well because you know what to get where. You're not overpaying for subpar produce at the supermarket, and you're not banging your head against the wall trying to find toilet paper or other products at the mercado that aren't for sale there. People here in La Paz and most of Latin America shop much more on a daily basis, and that's also part of the system here. We see people every day walking back and forth in front of our apartment with fresh bread, fresh meat, and they usually have quantities that indicate that that's for this meal or maybe a couple of meals, but not like the huge loaf of bread that we tend to buy in the United States and then we're good for a week. I've grown to really enjoy this because I know that my meat is fresh, I know that my bread is fresh, and I get to have a little social interaction with the vendors. It just really adds to the whole experience of being here and adopting what comes along and living like a local. So if you're coming to La Paz, I recommend this way of shopping. Don't try to do all your grocery shopping in one place. Use the supermarket for the boring stuff and go to the mercado and see where all the beauty and the magic happens. Thanks for coming grocery shopping with us. I'm so glad that you're here. We really appreciate you. Now you know a little bit more about grocery shopping in La Paz, and I can't wait to see you on the next adventure.